So you're excited. You're going for your J1 visa interview. Yes, you are excited, but somewhere down in your stomach, you are a bit scared because all of us are scared to go to the embassy for visa, any type of visa, whether it be the J1 visa or the B1 visa or a H1B visa. We're all scared to go to the embassy. I know specifically Jamaicans, they dread the embassy. But in this video, guys, I will be sharing with you some possible interview questions you may be asked at your J1 interview session. Stay tuned to the end of this video where I'll share with you a lot of interview questions. Not saying you will be asked all of them, but at least you will be prepared enough so that when you go, whichever question they ask, you will be ready. All right, let's get straight into it, guys. Joining my channel for the first time, my name is Dr. Britton, and I share on this platform information on how you can get a teaching job here in the United States. Other information is also shared, so feel free to browse around on my channel to learn more. But if you are definitely interested in a teaching job in the United States, then this channel is for you. You want to make sure you subscribe so that you can get all the notifications when a new video is uploaded. So again, guys, you see I came with a beautiful slide for you so that you can take notes. Go ahead and grab your book and your pencil so that if you need to jot things down, jot these questions down, you can always, get that information down so that you can revise, review, and be ready for your interview. So what is the J1 visa? It is a non-immigrant visa category. We all know this. Those who, especially if you're getting an interview, you should already do some research and know that it is a exchange visa, which allows you to work in the United States, and then you are required to go back home after your tenure. Some countries are not required because they don't get that 2-1-2 rule, but I know specifically for Jamaica and other Caribbean countries, or some Caribbean countries, we have that 2-1-2 rule on the J1 visa, which says we need to go back home for at least 2 years before we can continue working in the United States. There are ways around that, and if you're interested to learn more about that, definitely this channel has some information on that for you. So while there are no specific questions and they may vary, there are some common topics that may be asked in your J1 interview questions. So the first one, and this is very common and very popular. They're going to want to know what program you are going to be going on. What are the program details? What is the purpose of your visit to the United States? They ask this basically for all interviews, whether it's for J1, H1B, B1 visa, any type of visa. They want to know what is your purpose for visiting their country. So you want to explain that in details, that you are offered a job on a J1 program, and you should know some information about your program sponsor as well if they need that. And they may ask you how you learned about this program, and you can share that with them as well. Be comfortable, be relaxed. Speak to them like you're talking to one of your friends, because sometimes you may be too hard on yourself, nervous, you may say something that you're not to say. So try to remain calm, try to remain positive, speak to them like you're speaking to your friend. They may ask you about your eligibility for this role. So if you are going to the embassy for a J1 visa for a teaching position, they want to know if you are qualified for the job. So they may ask about your qualification. Be sure to explain your type of credentials, whether it's a degree or a master's, and also expound and tell them about, how many years you've been teaching or your number of experience in the area that you are going to be getting that visa for. All right. They might ask you if you have ever participated before in a J1 program. And if that's a yes, you can tell them. And if they want you to expound, you can expound on that. But if it's a no, you just let them know this is your first experience and you're excited for it. You want to be enthusiastic at the same time, exert confidence, and be, ready to answer whatever questions and show them that you are ready for this position. They are going to ask. In most cases they do, sometimes they don't, but in most cases they will ask you about your intent to return home. Guys, even if you intend not to go back to your home country, do not tell these people at the embassy that is your intention to go and waive the J1 visa to transfer to the H1B visa. The possibility of getting a green card. No, don't do that. So you're going to let them know your intention is to go to their country, complete the exchange program and go back home to your country and share what you have learned. Let them know that you want to come back home to your home country and share whatever cultural experience you would have gained from their country. So you want to demonstrate that you have strong ties to your home country. So I would encourage you, if you have a house in Jamaica or wherever you're from, if you have a home, if you have land, if you have a car, if you have a family, whatever ties you have, you can bring those also to show that you are going back to your home country. They may ask you about your financial capabilities, and so I would encourage you to walk with your bank statement. They don't always ask this because you're actually getting a job, so you're going there. But some program sponsors require that you have some amount of money in your account before your first pay period. So they may ask if you have that. So you want to bring some type of proof to show that you have this and you're ready to go there. You have some money and you have some money in your account that you're going to be traveling with. That's going to, offset your expenses until your first paycheck. Okay, they may ask you about your educational background, as we mentioned earlier, your degrees, your certifications. You can talk about that. Obviously they're going to be hearing it, so they might not ask, but they're listening to your English proficiency, because especially if you're going to teach in the United States, their main language or their main way of lesson delivery in the schools in the United States is English language. So they may be listening to that while you are interviewing. So, you want to make sure you are responding clearly and talk slowly so that they can understand what you're saying. Not too slow, but in a way that they can understand what you're saying, especially if you have a deep accent. They may ask, how do you anticipate this cultural exchange to be beneficial to you, and how can it contribute to your personal and professional development? That way you can think about that beforehand. How will traveling to the United States to teach benefit me as a professional or personally? Okay, you want to think about that and get your responses, because everybody's unique and everybody knows, the reason why they're traveling and what type of development they're hoping to achieve. So think about those, put your question together, your answers together, and nail it. The next thing they may ask you is if you've ever been arrested before. Yes, it's on the application form, but they may still ask you those questions, because they do. And I've been to the embassy before where I've heard them ask people if they've been arrested before, and they, for some reason, I was lucky enough to get this experience where a gentleman was in front of me and they asked him if he've ever been arrested before, and he told them yes, and they asked him about his arrest and he explained it. The beauty about it is that he still ended up getting his visa. Even though he told them about this, they did not use it against him. Is that going to be everybody's case? No, but I had that experience where I saw somebody being interviewed, was arrested before, but he still got a visa. Okay, so you want to make sure you are responding and also be truthful, because they may ask you these things because they already have the information on you. All right. So just to expound some more on being honest, you want to make sure you are confident during the day one visa interview. You want to make sure you are prepared. I cannot stress enough, you need to be honest in, especially whatever you put on the application form. You cannot go change and put something else when you are interviewing. Or if you've been to the embassy before and then all your applications have 10 different stories, remember they can track these things and see what was put on your previous application forms. Okay, you want to make sure you also include your DS 2019 form, your passport, your proof of financial support, and any other relevant materials that are related to your exchange program. Take those with you. Keep in mind that these questions may not be the ones they ask. It might vary, it might be similar, it might not even be these questions, because you never know who will be interviewing you and the mood that person will be in. Because trust me, sometimes the mood of the person has a lot to do with sometimes the mood of the person interviewing you has a lot to do with it. So you want to read the room. Read the room, be confident, be positive, be calm. Try not to be too nervous. I know our nerves have a lot to do with it, but you want to try as best as possible to be calm. Now, those are some of the common questions, and I did say I'm going to give you additional questions just in case. You never know how many questions will be asked or the questions will be asked. Let's share some more questions with you. So, some of them may ask you if you already have housing and living arrangements where you're going to be living. And that's something that actually can be done, because I know a lot of teachers, before they get to the United States, they already paid their rent. They have somewhere they're going to be living. They already have somebody looking about cars for them and things like that. If you've started to make those arrangements, let them know. Let them know. Even better, that can prove to them that you are interested, you are ready to go. All you need is this visa stamped in your book. They may ask about your cultural adaptability. They want to know, how do you plan to adapt to different cultural differences, and if you've ever experienced these differences before, because they know in the United States it's totally different from your home country. There are people from different walks of life, and the culture is just different. Okay, they may ask you to explain the role of your program sponsor, how they assisted, because if you did not know this, J1 program sponsors are held accountable for all the people they bring to the United States. So they want to know that they're doing what they need to do. Okay, do you have contact information for your program sponsor? They may want to know that. What have your program sponsor done for you so far? Have they provided any training for you? How was the interview process with them? They might ask further questions about your program sponsor. Know a lot about them. They ask you about your travel plans to find out if you already have an idea of when you will be traveling to the United States. They might be asking if your children will be coming with you. Sometimes they ask that, or if your husband or wife will be coming with you. You want to have in the back of your head an idea of when they will be coming. In most cases, you want to let them know you're going to be settling first, and then when it's right, your family members will be coming. Some family members travel together, and that's okay. It has been done before, but in some instances they can come after. Some program sponsors require that they come after. Some program sponsors will say you can take them as long as you can prove to us that you can take care of your family member as soon as you land in the United States. They may ask about emergency preparedness. I did left off earlier health insurance. They may ask about health insurance. All J1 program sponsors are required to provide health insurance to their J1 dependents. You may pay a small fee. Some of them it's free. Some you pay a small fee, but you should find out about health insurance that's going to be provided through your J1 program sponsor. Okay, they may ask for your emergency contact information and stuff like that, and also ask for employment plans. Are you allowed to work part-time? What are your plans for employment after completing the J1 program? Look, don't let them trick you. Don't let they use that question to trick you, where you're going to say, oh, after the J1 program, I plan to transfer to. No. It's a J1 program. It's a cultural exchange program. Your plan is to go back home. That's your plan. So you want to make sure to remember to stay calm, provide clear and concise answers, demonstrate your genuine intent to participate in the exchange program for its intended purpose. Being well prepared with all your required documentation will help you ensure a smooth and successful J1 visa interview. Now, I know I posted a video. It was entitled When to Apply. No, not that one. I know I posted a video recently that's entitled Motivations to Teach in the United States, and a lot of people commented that video is helping to prepare them for their interview. So if you did not check that video out, Motivations to Teach in the United States, Those had some good points as well that can help you prepare for your interviews, whether it be for your teaching interview or your J1 visa interviews. Check that video out. I'll leave the link in the description below. If you did not see the video that talk about when to apply, check that one out too. I dropped some good gems in that one for you if you are still interested in teaching here in the United States. Now, if you do not know where to start, you need information on how to begin this process. There will be an information session on March 2, 2024. For a small contribution of only $25, it's going to be a group session where I'm going to be sharing a lot of important information to include the requirements, the eligibility, credential evaluation, different program sponsors, how to do direct hire, how you can, fix your cover letter and your resume for your adventure to teach in the United States. You don't want to miss that session out. It's going to be March 2, 2024. You can sign up on my website, supremacyconnect.com. There is a link on there for you to sign up. It's under planning. Once you go on supremacyconnect.com, go to planning, you will see the event. It is $25. You don't want to miss it. You can ask questions also at the end of this session. Sign up, guys. Sign up, guys. Sign up. You won't be disappointed. You will learn a lot on how you can take your next step towards teaching in the United States. I want to take the time to thank you for watching this video. I know your time is valuable, but you needed this information and you took the time to get it from me. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. If you're watching for the first time, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if these are information you would like to learn more about, so that you can be notified each time I upload a new video. For my returning subscribers, you already know I have great love and mad appreciation for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Also, the flyer can be found on under community, where you can get more information about it under the community section here on YouTube. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.